Hi, this is MrByZ, and it's supposed to be Force Friday, Wookiee Weekend, whatever you call it. I know a lot of people have had a hard time finding stuff out here, but I'm going to take a look at some of the first figures come out for the new Solo movie, starting with the Force Link 2.0 standard assortment action figures. So while I didn't buy everything for this Force Friday, Wookiee Weekend, whatever you want to call it, I did pick up several of the new items for the new Han Solo movie. And I'm going to start by just looking at these single-carded figures. I bought all the new ones that were released, other than the Luke Skywalker, just because it is a basic repack. You can say the same about K2, but he does have something a little different there that I'll get to. And I figured Luke should be plentiful. I can get him later. So let's take a look at these 6 figures. Now, of course, this starts off, we have our new Force Link 2.0, which looks like this. We get a new Han Solo figure coming with it. And when you put it to any other figure but this Han Solo, it does this.
Firmware update required. Firmware update required. Firmware update required. Firmware update required.
So as such, I think I'm going to save the review on this figure. You can just take a quick look if you'd like to. And on this device until May 1st, when Hasbro has said there should be an update to this thing so that it actually works with these figures. So let's just take a look at these figures then. Start with the 2 figures that are not from the new Han Solo movie, although Maz Kanata could obviously be in it. But we do have Maz with a jetpack from Last Jedi. On these card backs, no longer do we have information about the character on the back. It's a whole lot of information about Force Link, and about going to StarWars.com and dangers and stuff like that. There's no information. But on these cards, as you can see on the side, this is now where it lists the name of the character rather than where it's been before, which was almost hidden on some of those. But we still have this nice artwork and all that. So let's start and take a look at Maz. So this looks to be basically the same Maz that we got 2 years ago in the Force Awakens 2-pack, only now she has a blaster and she has this clip-on jetpack. The backpack, actually I thought it was just clip-on. It doesn't seem to want to come off. Let me check. Nope, that backpack seems to be permanently on. I'm sure if I worked it hard enough it would pop off, but then I'd have to glue it back on or something. So Maz Kanata is forever as this figure in her game of laser tag, or whatever it was she was doing in Last Jedi. So, I mean, it's still a great sculpt. It doesn't appear that the goggles move at all. It's still a nice figure. It's rather diminutive, but basically a repack with a new accessory. Next, we'll look at K2SO. K2 appears to be a basic repack, maybe slight repaint. I think the yellow on the shoulders is a little different. It does have the Force Link emblem on the bottom, which is now green on these figures. And he comes with his gun. I know, it's so exciting. No more articulation than before, same thing. I was really hoping that Force Link would work with him because, you know, he had some great phrases. But this gun comes with him, but it's not very good. I think, yep, I can shake it right out. It does not fit in his hand very well. Basic repack repaint right here. Next, we'll look at one of the coolest things we've seen come out of this movie in the Range Trooper. So the Range Trooper appears to be like an amalgam of several different troopers. His face mask is very similar to a shore trooper with added pieces to it. His chest armor is that of a snow trooper, and he has a comma much like a snow trooper. Then he's got these boots that look like it's something out of Iron Man. Now, obviously in the trailer we've seen him walking along a train, a maglev train or something, and so these are probably magnetic boots to help him stay there. No backpack like a snow trooper, just this big coat. I know I called it a comma earlier just because of the way it comes around. But it really does look like a coat and with the fur around the top. Which, I mean, is that supposed to be a hood? Does he take off his helmet and put the hood up? Is he just fur-lined? Is he kind of a pimp here or something? I don't know. But the detail is very cool. It's a very cool-looking trooper. He comes with his blaster, which is a little different from a regular Stormtrooper blaster like we've had before. Detailing and paint job look very good on these. I could see maybe buying a few of these. Of course, we'll see what they're used for in the movie, too. So that's the Range Trooper. Next, we'll look at Chewbacca, who's definitely got some new updates from what we've had before in Chewies. So here is our new Chewbacca, and he looks great. He may use some parts from older Chewies, it's hard to tell. He has a brand new gun, no bowcaster here, and his ammo belt is definitely different from what we've had before. He's still got a pouch back here. I'm assuming there's some reason why this is different, because of course we've seen Chewie in Revenge of the Sith with a bowcaster and his normal belt that he's always worn. So there's got to be a reason for this. But the sculpt looks very good. I will give you a word of warning. In putting his blaster in his hands, I had to bend his fingers here a little out, and it looks like they almost broke off. So be very careful putting the blaster into Chewie's hands. Nothing on the back of his bandolier, which is definitely a little different. Same normal articulation as with these rest, but a nice update to Chewbacca. Next, we'll look at something I know a lot of people are excited about, is this Bond Stormtrooper, because he's definitely looking pretty cool. Now, this Bond Stormtrooper looks like a really dirty Stormtrooper with a cape, right? But he's got a couple additions. The top of his helmet's got an extra piece on it. I don't know why. Gives him a little sunshade, I guess. It looks like a lot of paint is gone from his mask, too, like at the mouth and along the sides. Now, whether it's just for the figure, because I'm looking at the artwork on the card, it looks like at least those vents on the side look to have paint in that next to the eyes as well. But on the figure, it not much. I mean, the detail's there, but the paint seems to be not. No paint on the back of the helmet as well. This Stormtrooper does have the distinction. While his arms are permanently in this pose, his hands are jointed, so you can swivel both hands around. And he does come with this big rifle as well, which I'll put in his hands in a minute, see what that looks like. He has a nice little cape. I guess after Phasma, we think Stormtroopers are cool with capes. Not sure. But he's a pretty cool looking figure, and this is only 1 to a case, so I know a lot of people will be definitely after this. Let me see what it looks like with the rifle. So it does look pretty imposing with this rifle. It's pretty nice that he can hold it with both hands to make that work, instead of holding it out straight armed. But pretty cool figure all in all. Finally, we have Kyra. Kyra has a great face sculpt here. The hair matching quite well. Paint apps seem to be very good. This is probably the most colorful figure that we've got here with the red in there. She does have swivel forearms as there's articulation where the sleeve meets the bare arm there. She comes with her little pistol. She's got some sort of skirt that is longer in the front and shorter in the back, I guess. A little jacket that kind of reminds me of the Range Trooper's jacket in the back anyway, but it's got that fur lining to it. Sure, we'll see how she works out in the new movie, but this is Kyra. Interesting to note is we've got these 6 new figures. Only 4 of them are from the new movie. And for a movie titled Solo, none of them are Han Solo. Now, of course, Han Solo came, again, in the baggie with the Force Link. And then there's plenty of Hans coming with the land speeder and the Falcon. So there's still plenty of Han Solos out there. Maybe it's just a better way to get people to buy this, which, of course, doesn't work yet. So, again, this is just the basic 3 3/4 inch action figures from the new Solo line. So as a look at the first wave of the Force Link 2.0 standard Solo action figures, well, there's only really 4 figures from Solo in this wave. Obviously, can't check out the Force Link 2.0 yet. The update is supposedly coming May 1st on this. As soon as the update happens with the new app or whatever, I will go ahead and get that started. Obviously, it's not going to work too well. As I understand, it will read all of your Last Jedi stuff that's come out previously, but it won't read anything else, as you saw in my video. I'll be following this up with a couple more reviews of other merchandise released on... I don't know what to call this, the Solo weekend. I was very lucky in that I walked into a Walmart very near my home, which is in the middle of nowhere, honestly. And they didn't have anything on the shelves, but I saw the cases on the top shelf. I was able to get an employee to get them down, and I was able to buy anything I wanted, basically, right then and there. So I got a little lucky on that. I know a lot of people have seen empty shelves out there. Hopefully, we'll see that stuff trickle in over the next week or so. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can join me on some more... review videos, and if you like this, please subscribe, and if you have questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks so much.